In your life, you will inevitably face chaos, betrayals, losses, illnesses, and shattered plans. The most common reaction is complaint, lament, the feeling that you are a victim of a hostile universe. But the act of feeling like a victim is the second suffering, the first is the event itself. Stoicism teaches us not only to accept pain, but to love it. This is the essence of Marcus Aurelius's most powerful and difficult concept, Amor Fati, the love of fate. This is not an invitation to passivity, but to intellectual rebellion. It is the refusal to allow suffering to be useless. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" the Stoic asks, "What can I do with what happened to me?" If you want to transform your biggest burden into your greatest strength, this is the hidden meanings path to Stoic alchemy. Marcus Aurelius, who lost his wife, several children, and faced a devastating pandemic, did not have the luxury of lament. He reminds us, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Suffering is not a glitch in your life script, it is the script. And you need to love it, for it is the only one you have. Amor Fati is not simply acceptance, it is active affirmation. To accept is to agree, Amor Fati is to will that the event happened exactly as it did, because it is the perfect condition for the manifestation of your virtue. For the Stoic, the universe is a system of rational order, logos. There is no random chaos, only events moving according to nature. When you suffer, you are fighting against the very gears of reality. Marcus Aurelius gives us the powerful metaphor of the fire. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it. Your soul is not water that is extinguished, but a fire that consumes and transforms the fuel that life hands you. The key lies in the perspective of the universe, sympathia. Everything that happens, whether good or bad, contributes to the greater order of the cosmos. Your personal suffering, viewed from the cosmic perspective, is just a necessary ingredient. Our pain is only catastrophic when we isolate it from the whole. When we see it as part of the flow of nature, it gains purpose. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Your task is not to avoid the obstacle, but to use it. The famous phrase, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way, is not about persistence, it is about Amor Fati. The difficulty you face is not a wall, it is the opportunity life gives you to exercise courage, patience, and justice. Without the obstacle, your virtue would be mere theory. The difference between living in peace or in constant torment lies in which role you choose to play. Epictetus uses the metaphor of the dog tied to the cart. The dog can fight the leash, bark, drag itself, and suffer, but the cart will continue to move, and he will eventually be dragged along. Or he can simply run at the same pace as the cart, accepting the direction and enjoying the ride. The cart is fate, your choice is your will. To fight your destiny is to be the dog that drags itself. Amor Fati is the dog that runs with joy. The pain does not disappear, but the useless resistance does. Life moves forward. There is no honor in suffering for having desired a destiny that never existed. Centuries later, the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, who coined the term Amor Fati in his work, captured the Stoic spirit for the concept of greatness. My formula for greatness in a human being is Amor Fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. Not merely to bear what is necessary, still less to conceal it, all idealism is mendacity in the face of necessity, but to love it. Nietzsche elevates the Stoic concept: it is not enough to accept, like the passive dog, you must actively will it. You must declare that your worst moment, your greatest failure, was necessary and fundamental to your current existence. This affirmation is what transforms pain into power. How to love what hurts in practice. The Stoic has techniques to train the soul for Amor Fati. The examination of transformation: stop labeling the event as bad. Label it as material. Ask yourself, what virtue is this event forcing me to manifest? Is it a financial setback? Material for frugality. Is it an offense? Material for tolerance. Temporal detachment. Seneca reminds us that the pain that is unbearable kills us quickly, the one that is prolonged is bearable. Pain, viewed in retrospect, is always less than our fear of it in the present. Use the memory of past pains you overcame to reinforce that this pain, too, will pass. Reduction to fact. Marcus Aurelius said, wipe out the opinion, and the I have been harmed is wiped out. Wipe out the I have been harmed, and the harm is wiped out. Stripping the event of all emotional judgment, unfair, terrible, you see only the pure fact: the door closed, the person left, the money ran out. The fact is neutral, your judgment is what makes it unbearable. The greatest flaw of the human being is not to suffer, but to suffer twice: first, by having to deal with adversity, and second, by refusing to accept it and transform it. Amor Fati cuts out the second suffering, freeing all your energy for rational action. When you embrace the totality of your story, you achieve integrity of character. You no longer have parts of your life that you hate or want to hide. Every scar is proof of virtue. You are no longer a victim of a bad past, but a hero forged by it. Reclaim the power of your narrative. Love your destiny. Leave behind the lament and embrace the harsh beauty of your path. If you are ready to embrace chaos and forge your strength, subscribe to The Hidden Meaning. Leave the word Fati in the comments to seal your commitment to the love of fate. Until the next deep dive into ancient wisdom.